Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Flushed out right.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now Etienne. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drop, touchdown! Travis Etienne, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up. Gets through, and now an opening. And touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 62 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. He'll buy some time right. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Second and 10. Lawrence will throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. On second down, ETN once more. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they'll run with ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now it's Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. To throw is Wilson. Steps away. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets...
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's caught. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll them out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all. The communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Escaping the pressure right. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson on the move to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, he might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10. And he is going to come up empty here as they stop him short of the goal line. And this will remain a one-score game as the lead holds at 7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Lawrence. Rolling to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On play action, Lawrence rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week.
And this is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 47 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Wilson. And this play is going nowhere fast as he goes down. That one might need to go back to the drawing board as they fail on the two-point try. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Dancing to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dan Arnold, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. Boy, it's only a one-score game. 3rd quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. Oh, did the Jags get this? Yes, Jags football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. ETN once more. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll run with ETN. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision. Despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it.
And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jordan Brooks with it.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Or you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. He lets it fly for Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson going to throw for it. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. 20. Ooh, 10.
Lord have mercy.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are back within a score. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2.
Here's Lawrence.
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 48 yards.
And the Seahawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Now Wilson. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratching their head. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession. Stay the same. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
61, match
Buying time to his left. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he
wisely will throw that one away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Nevin Lawson with a pick. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference.
All the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett,
70 yards, and the Seahawks are able to
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready.